I'm going to take a look at the Ueevii CPE450 wireless bridge, which comes in this box here. We will come in a little bit closer very shortly, but just let me get the contents out of this box and I'll explain to you out there what a wireless bridge is. So we've got instructions, very comprehensive instructions, which you'll we'll go and look at these in a lot more detail, because this can be complex to set up slightly. We've got two Cat5 LAN cables for connecting this, and the units, we've got two units, as you can see here. And if you see those or not, just put them, will they stand up on their own? I'm not too sure they're free. Yes, they will. We've got some mounting Jubilee clips for this, and then we've also got two power adapters. And the fantastic thing with these is they are UK plugs. So they've got the 3-pin UK plugs, and these have got a PoE connector on there as well as a LAN connector. So a PoE is power over the Ethernet. So it's basically, it's giving these units a small charge of electric without having a separate power adapter. So that's those. We've got two of them. Oopsie daisy. And what we'll do, I'll just get this box away and then we'll go into this a little bit more detail on what these units actually are and how they could benefit yourselves. And as ever, there's a link in the description down there below if you want more detail on these, how to order, what the pricing is. And I'm not going to waffle with tons of tech spec. Just sat here, I'm not going to just give you loads and loads of tech spec. On a video it's often just too much to take in. I'm going to give you the basics on this, and we're going to get it configured up and set up. So let's dive in and have a little little closer up and explain what these things actually are. Okay, so I've just put that box to one side, and I've just going to go into these in a little bit more detail on what they actually are and how they can benefit you. So as I say, these are a wireless bridge, and basically it enables you to take a Wi-Fi connector from your router via a master, the main one, and it will transmit it to a secondary one where you can adapt a LAN cable, a Cat5 cable here, into a device. So say you've got a security camera on a camp. We'll go on a campsite because that's what I do. So our security cameras that we've got that set on the Wi-Fi have all got to be within range of the router within the campsite main router. This would let you expand that up to 3 kilometers. Okay, you heard that right, that was 3 kilometers. Now I think that may be a little bit overstretched, to be fair, but that would be line of strike without any trees or buildings or anything like that. But 3 kilometers is a huge distance. Even if it was a third of that, 1 kilometer is pretty surreal. So as I say, these are ideal for things like security cameras and other devices that haven't got an internet connection at another part of your site. It could be an outbuilding, it could be a garage, it could be a workshop, things like that. So we're going to come and have a little bit closer up on these, because then I'm going to try and keep this video quite simple on how these set up. There are some other reviews out there and they are extremely technical. But basically, you've got at the bottom of these stations here, settings for your channels. So you've got an A, which is your receiver, your transmitter. This goes near the your router, so this plugs into your router via a LAN cable. and then you've got the receiver. So ideally these need to be pointing at each other, which goes wherever your secondary device is, your security cameras. So ideally these would be mounted outside. Obviously at the moment I'm actually back at home, so I'm not on the campsite, and I'm just going to try and rig this up as a demo for you. There are channels on here that you can set, so you just basically make sure everything is on the same channel. And you can buy other receivers and daisy chain these in. It can get a little bit complex, this. And again, I am going to come a little bit closer up and have a look at some of these instructions. So if you're a very geeky person, do look into the technical details on these, because there is a lot you can actually do with this one. So as I say, so you've got, you need to set one of these on this. There's just a little switch. We'll come a little bit closer in a moment. Number A is your master, your primary, and then number B will be your remote unit. A lot of these configurations can be changed over the internet with IP addresses and things like that. So again, we're going to have a look into these books and have a little bit closer up. And while I'm here now, as I say, you have got these Jubilee clips to pole mount them. You've got a couple of screw fixing here, so you could put a couple of screws in and zonk it down, or you could even just cable tie onto a building or a pole or whatever you wanted to do. As I say, the instructions are pretty comprehensive, and what we'll do is we'll swing the camera around and we'll come and have a look at things a little bit closer up so you can see what I'm waffling on about. So let's pull the camera over here and have a look down there. Okay, so we'll have a little bit closer look at the back of these units and how things set up. So they are self-contained, and they do have these little bottom panels. These just physically, as you can see, just clip off here. So they're both the same. As say, you've got one as the base station, your main one, and your other one is the receiver. So we'll look at this one here. So here in the bottom, you've got a set button here. I don't know if you can see this little black button. Can I see that a little bit there? So that's where you can change your channel numbers if you wanted. And then there is a display here. Again, we will power these up shortly, which will show you what channel you're on. So both units need to be on the same channel. You can say you've got your PoE cable goes in, your LAN cable goes in, and then another LAN cable comes out that goes into the router, or on this unit here into your other device. And then if you didn't have a PoE, you have got a manual adapter here to power this. There are some other instructions on the top, which has got the default user admin name, which is admin. It's on 5.8G frequency, and it's showing you basically where the settings are. And then it is also down here, I don't know whether you can see this or not too clearly, it is showing the addresses on a web browser to connect into these if you were technically minded. So on A it's 192.168.225.01. That'll bring up your control panel, for want of a better word. So that's the basics. And then on the sides here, again, we'll have a look at this a little bit later when it's all lit up. You've got your indicators, which is giving you information that is powered up, the LAN cables in, and your signal strengths. And again, I mentioned before about the instruction book on this being quite comprehensive. So let's just have a quick look at some of the pages in here, because as I say, you can go very geeky with this one. So this is obviously the model number, it's a CPE450, and this is giving you the information and details. This is showing you what the indicators will be on the side of the unit. Again, I was just showing you inside here what's going on, and the adapter. This is giving you a scenario of how you would set up. So you've got your master unit A will go into your router, and so on and so forth. There are pairing steps here, and as I was trying to explain before, you can use this, as I say, for a security camera. So if you've got a security camera that is not within range of your traditional internet connection. And then this here is showing you some application cases, as they're putting it, where you can put other units and other, I don't know, IP cameras bouncing over and daisy chain things up. And more instructions. And then this page here, for the very geeky people out there, are giving all the sort of IP addresses where you can connect things up to for each of the units. So I'm not going to go into too much spec on this. There are some very technical other reviews, and obviously there is product support and product information on the main website. So that's that. So what we'll do now, we'll power this up and have a look at this once we've actually got some power and get into a scenario of using this. Okay, so I've just powered this on. It does take a few moments just to configure itself. So again, all being well, you'll be able to see now. So we've got these both set on to channel 1, and again you can adjust the channel over here. This is A, which is going to plug shortly into our router. This is B, which will connect into another device, which I'll try and show you this sort of working. Obviously I haven't got these security cameras at the campsite with me where I am at the moment. And then here on the side of the unit, let's try and see whether this will focus in on things a little bit better for you. But you can see now our connectors, our strength is right up here. We've obviously got the power on and things like that. These aren't connected to any devices at the moment, and so what we're going to need to do is take these over, connect them up to a power source, and I'm going to take the this unit here and we'll plug this into our router, and then we'll have this one here we'll plug into inverted commas something else. So I'm going to grab you now and we're going to go over to where our internet comes in. I'll show you where the where we're going to plug this one in. Okay, so I'm by my television. This is where our internet comes in, and this is our internet main router, and I've got another as you can see, I've got quite a comprehensive network of cables here basically. So what we've now done, I don't know if you can see, this isn't going to be too good. I'm on a little action camera now. We've now got the power plugged into here. We've now got our Ethernet cable plugged into here, and we are now looking at the status lights that we've got. The LAN 2 is going, obviously the power is on, going into the other LAN port, and then you can see we've got the full signal strength. So ideally this unit now would be mounted somewhere high up, preferably outside, but as I say, we're just conducting some experiments just to show you the quick and easy way this can set up. And then obviously once you're done, the bottom panel clicks onto here, just reconnects there. So we'll just leave that there for a moment, and then I'm going to go back to the table where we were before, and we'll have a look at a device we've got connected and show you this working, and then we're going to take this outside into another building. Okay, let me take you into a scenario. So it's a very grim, miserable day here. So the unit connected to our internet is at the other end of the property over there, right the other side of that property, inside by brick walls and things like that. This has got a series of walls to come through. Here I am now down the bottom of my garden. I've got a power bank here, an all power bank with the bridge plugged in, and this is the status lights here. So as you see, you can, this is give you some idea now. You can mount this outside and this is giving me good connections and things like this. So this now could be anything that's got a LAN port. So if, as I say, ideally something like a security camera, but I've now got this hardwired into a laptop. So that's where the Cat5 cable is going into the laptop. This is my YouTube channel, and just to show you that this works, you can click here, and obviously, sorry, I need two hands, but basically, so these are but basically, that's just showing you that this internet is connected all the way from, here we go, look. And I am a good distance away from the main router, which is inside.
Yeah, about time really.
We'll send you a Christmas card just to get it.
So yeah, so as I say, so you will need to connect that into a LAN port and everything, and as I say, that's all into there, and that is set up out of the box. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to take everything back inside. I'm going to get myself another cup of coffee and get myself warmed up. It's a real miserable day, and we'll give you a little conclusion on our thoughts on this. But yeah, that's again, I'm really impressed. As I say, right over there, whether or not 3 kilometers is feasible, who knows? As I say, this is not anywhere near that distance. But this is going through brick walls and things like that. Let's get back inside, shall we? Back inside where it's a lot warmer. Right, so here we are. I've just got this plugged into the LAN cable, so that's the instruction board. This is just all back inside now, as you can see here, and obviously that's this device connected up to the internet. So painfully simple to do, absolutely painfully simple to do. And as I say, you saw that, whereas down at the other end of the garden, all you need to have a power source to connect that plug to power this thing up. As I say, with technology now and power banks and solar panels and things like that, there is so many ways you can do this. So I literally could have taken that power bank and this device out into some woods. So if I've got like wildlife cameras or surveillance cameras in very, very rural locations, with the aid of power banks now, you can actually bridge your internet connection to many, many different places. Again, let your imagination take hold to what you can use this for. So the conclusion of the Ueevii wireless bridge, the CPE450. How was that? There are the units there. They are, I can't really explain this because some of you know I'm a little bit on the geeky side, but these are so adaptable to what you can do with these. And as I say, you can daisy chain other bridges onto this to create an even bigger network. If you had multiple security cameras or multiple connections that you wanted to set up, and you can delve right in there into the admin area, which I've not gone into because I just wanted to try and give a simple video, simple to understand, an out of the box unpacking, an out of the box setting up for you to have a look at how easy these are to set up. Again, please, there is a link in the description down there below where you can get more details, technical information and support from this wonderful company who sent these over for me to give a review on. Hope you found that of some use. I really do. If you did, don't forget to smash the like button if you did want to do that. And down there, if you've not already done so, you can subscribe to this channel. Thanks for watching, and look out for another product review coming your way very soon.